I told this girl that I was kind of going out with at the time that I was thinking about becoming a priest.
Okay.
And that was not a good thing to tell her. So we were all upset about that. And then I was like, I really need to consider this. I need to go to seminary. You know? And I said, I need to try it out, right? Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, I'll try this out. But I never even thought at that time that I would make it through. That just seemed like so far away. But I said, I have to try this because I think I have a calling. And so
when you entered, you were thinking, oh, I'm just going to try it out. I'm not going to make it to the end. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, like I never thought I would. I mean, that was just like so far away. And, I thought, whenever you're going into seminary, you're like, well, everybody else is holier than I am. And everybody else is going to be so much better at everything. And then you realize that we're all a bunch of really good guys who are trying to do the right thing and trying to answer God's call. And that's it,
Did you have it in your head like, oh, this guy's going to make it all the way. That guy's probably not going to make it.
Well, after a couple of few years, you could tell who was going to make it through and who wasn't, just by what they were after and what they were there for. Uh-huh. Because if you're there for power, or if you're there to become a bishop, or if you're there for those reasons, you're not going to make it through. Because it has to be about the calling, and it has to be about your calling, and he has to be involved. I mean, our God has to be involved because he's calling us, And so that's so important because it can't be about what your friends want, what your parents want, what your friends want, what anybody wants. It has to be what God and you are trying to do. Because he's going to be the one who's going to be there all the way through, right?
So have you seen like a lot of your friends just discern out?
I have. Unfortunately, it's hard to stay in, because they do put us through. There's a lot of studies. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of formation and all of those things. And it's not about being this perfect person, but it's about being able to make it through. Because when you get to the parish, you have to make it through things. I mean, just like with your family or whatever, you have to make it through things, to move on to the next level and to the next level, right? So,
were any of your classmates, make it all the way with you? Like, are there any that are in this area? In the Houston, Galveston, Houston?
So I was ordained with 6, I think there was 6 of us total. Only one of us is not in the priesthood anymore. So we're all around. So so all of us are still going very strong, yeah.
Was there a time where you thought about, I'm thinking of leaving, discerning out?
Yes, absolutely. Because, and I never understood why people would drop out like the last couple of, like you're only a year away and you drop out.
Oh, you're almost a deacon.
You're almost there. And I can never understand that. But then whenever I was there, you're tired. You're like, man, maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe this is too hard.
And then you have guys that drop out because of those thoughts.
Right. But I think all of us who are going through, it always helps to remember that even when you're married, you have tough days.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever you're single, you have tough days.
Yeah.
So not to just because you're going through a hard time.
Yeah.
You don't have to stop.
That's what got you through?
Yeah. And I mean, St. Ignatius, he really teaches that whenever you're going through a hard time, that's not a time to say, no, I'm not going to do this anymore, right? So, yeah.